usually be like, oh, I'm in a foreign country, oh, I want to go. But she was like, fuck these wankers, fuck them all to death. John also said she'll come in if she wants some chicken. What do you think about that?
I don't think anything about that. I think people are just trying to get get off on ringing up Ofcom and like making up shit.
Well, we know who does that.
That's stupid. He was probably just making chicken that night.
And she also said she wanted Tiffany to go, but they made it later. It was fine.
John Partridge is always cooking food or doing some kind of Vinnie Jones manoeuvre in the kitchen, so it's no. He could have said anything.
Look, you don't clean up my shit.
That's what you say.
All right, come on, let's give Jonathan his dues. Rip.
What, best gamer since James Jordan?
Now, where's Jonathan? Jonathan Shaban.
Oh.
You may have forgotten him. Yes, Jonathan. Now, was he on a 1 week contract?
Well, it's funny that he left on day 7. That's the curious thing. That also, normally, when you go to leave Big Brother, it's like, oh, hang on.
Yeah.
Take a seat.
Think about it.
Yeah, like, go back in, do this,
have
do
a
that.
chat with someone.
I know he did threaten to walk out
Take
the day
a Valium, have this Nobu.
That looks staged, the way he went in the day before and said, oh, I'll sleep on it, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
So...
And even GC was like, oh, yeah, mate, you've done your time here. It's your time to go. And also, it's on the same day that David Bowie died. If you were going to leave, you don't want your thunder to be stolen by all that David Bowie row. And then the next day he's on Lorraine going, oh, I felt like Angie was disrespecting David Bowie. He's like, she ain't even spoke to him for 30 years. He's like, we're all David Bowie fans and she's not. I was like, Jonathan, I don't think this is really about you. That's what he said. And he said, to be fair, the mix-up with David Gest, he does look like he has rigor mortis. I like that interview with Jonathan.
But if, on balance, you had to say, do you think that Channel 5 could only afford Jonathan Shaban for 7 days, or he walked for real?
Was he going to walk before Bowiegate happened? Yes. Was it the Nescafe? Was it the beans on toast?
He was on a 7-day contract, wasn't he?
Exactly.
Let's face it.
Also, why has he blocked me on Twitter? Is it because I've been spreading that rumour about him looking like the Cravendale Biscuit Boy, which I didn't even make up, I just nicked off someone?
It's because of all the awful things you said about him.
I didn't say no awful things about him.
On our first podcast.
No, he's my favourite. And also I want to apologise for any bad thing I've ever said about Christopher Maloney. He's my new favourite.
The dark horse.
We'll come on to all the things he's done in the house later. That'll take all about 3 seconds.
And he's one of the most greatest strategic minds of Big Brother I've ever seen.
He is one of the most normal people I've ever seen in Big Brother house. So then, before Jonathan left, he gave them all presents. Do you remember that? Their present flew up?
Yeah, it did.
Flew up in the air.
Yeah.
Did you like that?
Yeah, it was wicked.
I quite like that, the way it all threw. Fuck. And he gave Tiffany immunity, and he made John do a face-to-face nomination, which will come into play later.
Yeah.
Right? So then
and he put Nancy in prison.
Yeah, that
but the funny thing was that, but if they not caught it, do you think Ted shot the things up slow?
Yeah.
If it was like a really bad punishment.
Fix.
Yeah.
Even Gemma Collins said it's a fixes thing.
Yeah. Well, she should know.
Before he left, his parting words to Gemma were, come on, you know how I feel about Pink. But really, there was worse to come from her, so. I liked it how he went out, he said his goodbyes to everyone, it was very civilised. He went in the diary room, he said thank you and goodbye. He was a gentleman.
Big Brother opened the door
Yeah.
as if it was almost prearranged. But he was good on bots and he was good on Lorraine. We don't know what else he's done, something I'm sure.
I hope they show more of his sense of humour in the Kardashians in weeks to come.
Because we thought he was a complete swat
Beforehand.
until we saw him on Big Brother, so there you go.
And now we think he's a comedy genius. Do you think Jonathan is going to go out in Essex to the Sugar Hut and to wherever they eat in Essex and all that sort of stuff?
I mean, if I was looking to get out of that, I'd say, look, that was based on us playing the whole game together. So, like, now that I've, like, walked, then I'm not coming anymore. And also, GC, she's not coming across so well at the moment.
No, he could easily ditch her now. I'm going to just say sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, babes.
I mean, he's got Kim now.
Come on, he's march your card, babes. Come on.
How many days a year do you think Kim Kardashian spends with Jonathan Shaban? How many episodes?
On camera or off camera?
No, well,
altogether.
Altogether. That's just on camera.
2?
You think they film all that in 2 days?
Yeah, because she probably only ran him for like 5 minutes at a time. She's like, don't put your seatbelt on, whatever you do. So then, Oh yeah. Hold on. Yeah, Jonathan said my time here has expired. There's the hint.
Yeah.
You know what he's saying. So then I noticed that Big Brother's being a right arsehole with everyone this year. Have you noticed? He's talking to everyone like they're a piece of crap. He's just like, okay now, goodbye. Big Brother's just like, ain't got no time for anyone this year. Sometimes Big Brother's like, oh, you're right, babes. But this year Big Brother's like, at 11:03 p.m. you called someone a fucking cunt. It's like, oh, come on, Big Brother, get off my back.
Yeah, I know, but he's got such a low quality of housemate to work with this year.
That's
You
true.
can't blame them.
That's true. So then, there was some more with Tiffany and all this shit, but I'm like, I'm over it now. That was funny when Darren Day went in the diary and he went, for 30 seconds, I really believed David Gest was dead. I thought that was that, because Darren Day is so deadpan anyway, that worked quite well, I thought.
Yeah, but it's stupid, because obviously if a housemate died, they would like tell you like in some official
They
capacity.
wouldn't just leave them in there.
They'd have to remove the body, I'm sure. I mean, they've done it finally now, this evening, but it's
Took them a week.
It's too little too late in my book.
What do you think David Gest will think when he comes out and sees all the furore about that? He'll fucking love it, won't he?
Well, if he gets his fee, he'll be fine, won't he?
He will love the fact that he was like international news about that, won't he?
Yeah.
It was funny. So then Tiffany was saying to... Gemma was saying to Tiffany, you're not on your reality show now, dear. And tea and coffee is everything. Tea and coffee is like giving someone $1,000. This is when she said, I'm marking your card. Do you think Tiffany knows what I'm marking your card even means?
I think she can work out the what's meant behind it.
I think Tiffany thought Gemma was actually trying to help her when actually she's just being like the mafia or something. Do you think?
No, I saw that on the feed and the main show as well. Mm-hmm. So there was a bit more to it, wasn't there?
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's true actually.
Yeah, it was on both. But, GC is just a cunt. You can't really say much more than that, can you?
I went to see my friend Nick at the weekend and she said, do you know what GC stands for? I went, no. She went, giant cunt. And I thought, okay.
How rude.
But, come on, it's accurate. So just think of that every time you hear her say that.
But she's been called a fat cunt.
Yeah.
A giant cunt now. And,
Simba, Lion King.
Yeah, and Stephanie just called her a plain cunt earlier, so...
She called her what?
Just a plain cunt on its own.
Ooh.
So the evidence is mounting up.
Mm. Now, just the last one on David Bowie before we move on. Let's just be clear. None of that had anything to do with David Bowie. It was Angie's astronomical ego, and the rest was stoked up by John, and that's the end of the matter.
But she must have had a chance to leave with her fee. If she said, oh, boo-woo, I'm really upset about this stuff.
She don't want to leave. She wants the airtime, baby. Come on now. Do you want your airtime?
I just want the fee. That's all I get.
She has not spoken to David Bowie in 30 years. She don't even want to go out and see her own son.
She can't.
She's just a horrible old woman.
She can't see him. She's got no legal right to.
No, he doesn't want to see her because she's embarrassing him. Anyway, let's move on from all that mess. Oh, God. So now we've barely scratched the surface, really.
Right. Come on.
It's going to be a long night. So now we had John's face-to-face nomination. Now,
masterful.
I don't know about you, but I like to nominate my best friend for smoking 25 to 30 fags a day in the house.
It's like fucking Derek putting up Cody. It's stupid.
There's nothing worse than a face-to-face nomination for your own good because you want to go and see your kids. As a mother, it's like one of those, isn't it? It's like, oh,
but don't, for fuck's sake, don't put up your own bro alliance. That is daft.
Well, James Hill did it. He nominated Austin Armacost and then he won it, so think about it. He said to Darren, when you came into the house, you were a happy-go-lucky guy. Do you remember that? Because I don't remember Darren ever being a happy-go-lucky guy.
No, I thought David Essex moved in.
And he said, you picked up habits in the house. And Darren's like, whoa there, let's be clear.
Now, we know there is...
I'm not back on the cuff.
There's a lot of housemates on cocaine in the house, live and direct.
Darren Day is not one of them.
But he rubs his nose all the fucking time.
Whose cigarettes is Darren Day smoking? He come in with no ciggies. Whose cigs is he smoking? I bet it's Christopher Maloney's. He seems like a soft touch.
Yeah.
Don't you think? So then, John also nominated Angie for her own good too.
Well, that's an easy nomination to make. Who would be another like soft option to pick though? Like, he couldn't really, but the pregnant one.
Oh, because he's buddies with her.
Yeah, they're too tight, those two.
Yeah. So then, So then the other people who were up on this occasion was Nancy, Stephanie, Angie, Jeremy and Gemma.
Right.
And this was when Gemma said to John, with the smoke goes the drink and with the drink goes the drugs. That's what she said to John. So just remember that because, you know, she's mixing it later. Look, Darren has beaten 2 Class A drug addictions.
Right, now...
And a Class B drug addiction.
As you said, I can only think of 2 Class A drugs.
Yeah, heroin and coke, right?
Well, what other
What's
ones?
crack cocaine?
It could be E.
Is that Class A?
I think it used to be.
Come on now.
Well, it could be crack.
Yeah, E is Class A.
It used to. I don't know.
It was B. Now. They upgraded it to A.
Well,
they upgraded it.
That's better, right? You want class? You know, who wants Class B when you can have Class A?
Come on. Do you want to fly in economy class or business class?
Exactly.
So what was the class?
It's almost like entrapment.
So what's the Class B drug? What's the Class B drug? What's cannabis C?
You know, like Class C is like steroids and
it's
like
cannabis, not C.
Meow meow.
Hold on. What's in between? What's B?
Yeah, cannabis is B, I think. Or is it C
what's
now?
C then?
It's like, like I said, steroids, like Valium.
B must be like acid and speed, like the cheap drugs when you can't afford like decent drugs, isn't it?
Well.
Anyway, we don't know, but give Darren a break, man. All he does is drink tea and smoke your fags. Leave the man alone, fuck's sake. So now...
Yeah.
My 2 dark horses...
Alright.
Tiffany and Darren, right?
Right. Why are they dark horses? What are you trying to say?
Because the house doesn't really like them, but we kind of like them. Although Darren is actually too much of a pussy.
The house seems to like Darren.
What did you think about Darren's anecdote about Robbie Williams trying to steal Anna Friel off of him?
And what was his name on the phone? Derek Spinadisc
I didn't write it down. Spinadisc used to be a record shop in Northampton.
Well, there you go.
But you don't hear much of Anna Friel these days, do you?
No, you
She's
don't.
like one of those people just dropped off the face of the earth, like Sarah Kay.
But you know what? She was great in Brookside. Which is also well. Made by the same people that make Holyoke, so just goes to show.
Oh, hold on. I know we've said goodbye to Jonathan already, but Tiffany said about Jonathan's dick, it's thick, he's going to give you a mouthful. Sorry about that.
Jonathan
yeah. Jonathan shebang. He'll bang you alright, only after he's blocked you though. So then, you said Darren Day is constantly drinking tea.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's true. I've seen him even trying to comfort the grieving drinking
I've
tea.
seen him in a task putting in a cup of tea on the side.
You said on the live feed, he said, smoking is all I've got left. That's sad.
Did he say that?
Yeah, I wrote that down after you said it. He said that's all he's got.
Good job.
That's all the man's got, man. Give him a break. And he also said, I wish I hadn't been an alcoholic so I could have a drink. Well, duh.
Now, that's just someone that drinks, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Is he going to snap? It would be good to see an alcoholic go off the wagon on Big Brother.
Of course.
Have we ever seen that? We must have seen that.
But wouldn't Ted have to intervene with Dr. Aaron Ghosh or something?
You're an adult. You can do what you want. You're an adult. It's your choice to fall off the wagon.
But if you're an alkie, it must be really hard to watch like, other people guzzling those gin and tonics and the...
Just look at Chloe Jasmine and how she dealt with it.
But listen, Holyokes, she was sacked from Holyokes for drinking on the job.
Ripping up the pitch of the pipe.
No, she turned up pissed in the morning and they fired her.
She doesn't seem like the sort of person who'd do that. She's got a good moral fibre.
But she's drinking on the show.
Yeah, of course she is. She's a complete... look, she's just a working class girl. She's a very nice person. Don't worry about it.
Alright, fine.
So then we had a shit stir task, which was basically Big Brother quoting shit that people had said about each other. This was mainly when they said something... Jeremy said, oh, it's more than just friends. And Stephanie said, thanks for ruining my relationship, Big Brother. Like it was nothing to do with her. And then there was this thing about the shoes. She said, I don't need your fucking shoes and all this stuff.
Oh, the shit... Who broke the stone?
Shoegate.
I mean, I would say whoever's got the fattest feet broke the shoes, right?
And this was when Christina said, she don't say nothing. And then she said, Tiffany should just go back to the States.
Go back to where you come from. Be careful.
Sounds like Jay Goody talk to me.
Be careful.
It's funny how when Megan goes mental, which we'll get to, Christina don't say nothing. But when the black woman goes mental, Christina don't like it.
But forget about it, yeah, because...
She is a racist piece of shit. The Russian dancer, as her husband's ex-wife says. But not husband.
Look, back to these shoes,
fancy piece.
Back to these fucking shoes. I've seen enough Judge Judy's to know when you give someone a gift... That's a gift.
Yeah,
and
that's true.
the end of the
Like
match.
your engagement ring, that's yours.
You cannot take back
You can't take it back.
what cannot be given.
But Tiffany said, I don't need your fucking shoes. I don't need shit from you, bitch. And she went in the diary room and she